Hello, Kansas City. Welcome to your favorite real estate agent from Reese Nichols Velia Chavez Facebook Live. Today, I have with me a friend, which is Jackie Omala. Jackie Omala is a mortgage consultant, and she has information for us today about home loans. So, if this is your first time buying a home, the second time buying a home, but you want more information, you want to find out what resources are out there to help you to get started in the process, Jackie is our go-to person and she's going to answer all our questions today. Welcome, Jackie. How are you?
Hi, I am great. Thanks for having me on here.
On the contrary, thank you for joining us today and being available to answer all our
Mhm.
questions. So, Jackie, we've been talking a little bit about the different programs that exist to help individuals who are thinking about buying a home. You told me there's hundreds and thousands of products out there, but we wanted to focus
Yes,
on specific ones today. So, first
sure.
and foremost, we know it's a new year, people have new goals, and a lot of people want to try and achieve the goal of buying their first home. So, can you tell us
Mhm.
about the programs that you have available for first-time home buyers? Maybe people who need
Sure.
assistance with low down payments, and perhaps programs with down payment assistance.
Sure. So there are quite a few programs that are available to help people buy homes these days. And not only that, but it's a good time of the year to be thinking about these things because, of course, tax refund season is right around the corner, and a lot of people like to use their tax refunds for maybe closing costs or home inspections and that type of thing. Um, there are programs that only require 3.5% down. There's programs that require just 3% down, low credit score. For us, 620 would be our minimum credit score. There are programs that offer down payment assistance in both Kansas and Missouri. So there's a lot of ways to get qualified for a home loan. Buying a home is probably a lot easier than you would have previously expected.
That is, yes, definitely. This is the best time to buy a home, especially since you were mentioning the other day that right now interest rates are at an all-time low.
Super low. Like so low. So, and because of them being so low, that means people qualify for more. So you basically can qualify more for your money because those rates are so low. A lot of times people can purchase a home and it'll cost even less than the rent they're paying right now. And of course, when you buy a home, you have appreciation, so it's like an investment. So quit paying for your landlord's investment and get your own, is what I say.
That makes perfect sense. I agree with you. A lot of times we pay rent for 10, 20, 30 years, and then when it's all said and done, one day something happens, you can't afford your rent, you get evicted, and you just walked away from all this money that you spent on rent, unfortunately. Well, tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about the process, Jack.
yeah.
How easy is it to get qualified or pre qualified, pre approved for a home loan if it's your first time?
Sure. So one of the things that I've noticed is people are really hesitant to get pre-approved early, which is truly the opposite. I would recommend that if you have the goal of purchasing your own home this year or next, that the first step would be to go through the process of getting pre-qualified. And that is very simple. The reason why you should get pre-qualified early is because your mortgage consultant can help you to reach your goal of buying a home. So if you need to save a little bit of money, if there's a few things that you can do to improve your credit, um, I can help you to get to that point. So don't hesitate to go through the pre-qualification process, even if you're not planning to buy for a year. So that process starts with simply an application. The application can be done over the phone, it can be done online, and it's all information you already know. Where do you live? Where do you work? Where do you bank? Those are the basics. And so it's pretty simple. And then I'll go over the application with you, make sure I understand any of the little details, and then we look at the loan programs that you qualify for and go over which you think would be the best for you, and then go from there.
Perfect. Okay, right now, for everybody who just joined us, we are speaking with Jackie, and she is a mortgage specialist, and just told us how easy it is to apply for a loan. So I just shared her website right here on the screen. So if you're interested in inquiring about the first time pre-approval, go ahead and check out her website, JackieHomeLoan.com. And also on the screen, you can see her email, JackieA@phmlloans.com. So you can reach out to her if you have any questions about the process. Jackie, so when we apply and we get pre-approved or pre-qualified, what will we need as proof to verify that we are indeed eligible for income purposes and credit and things like that?
Well, it really depends on the individual. There's a lot of employers that participate in automated verifications, and there's a lot of banks that participate in automated verifications of assets. So at the very most, you need pay stubs and W-2s, possibly banks or tax returns if you're self-employed. But like I said, sometimes a lot of things are automated and you really don't need much at all for those verifications.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what about the low down payment programs? How do those work?
I'm going to talk a little bit about the Missouri Housing Down Payment Assistance. That is actually combined with either a conventional loan or an FHA loan. It can also be combined with VA loans and USDA loans, but we're not going to get into all that today. The most common is the FHA loan. FHA loans require 3.5% down. FHA is a government loan. A lot of people think that the F stands for first-time home buyers, but that's not actually true. Oh, excuse me. You can use an FHA loan even if you have purchased a home before. You can't have more than one FHA loan, but the point of an FHA loan is that it qualifies more people with lower credit scores, with less credit depth, that type of thing. And so the Missouri Housing Down Payment Assistance is combined with that first regular loan, and they are going to give you 4% towards your down payment.
Okay.
It's basically in the form of a forgivable second loan.
Okay. So for people to be eligible for this loan, would they have to go to you? Do they contact the Missouri Housing Department first? Sorry. Or is this something you will assist them with when they come to you?
I will take care of them. You are welcome to go to mhdc.org, I believe. There's a lot of information there for you, but they will direct you to a local mortgage consultant, and I would be one of those loan officers that they would direct you to in the area. So I take the application and we get you pre-qualified, and then we take a look and see if you're also qualified for the down payment assistance, because there are income requirements, maximum income requirements, depending on which program it is.
Okay.
And how many people are in the home. So.
Okay. And what is the difference between the low down payment program versus the down payment assistance program?
The down payment assistance program can basically get you into a home and cover all of your down payment. I know that this can be a little bit more difficult this time of year, but if your seller is willing to cover some or all of your closing costs, you could literally purchase a home and only need the funds for your home inspection and your earnest money deposit. So you can get into home with very little funds. Low down payments are typically 3%, 3.5%. If you are in the military, you might qualify for a VA loan, which is a 0% down. And if you're looking in a rural area, you may qualify for USDA, which is also 0% down.
Perfect. Jackie, I know there's a lot of confusion when people talk about you'll need money for your down payment and then money for your closing costs and money for your
Mhm.
inspections. Can you explain to us what the difference is and how much money we actually need to to buy a house?
So it depends on the loan that you're getting. It depends on um, so many different factors. So, I think that that's a very individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can just say that it could be anywhere from $500 out of pocket in the end to 10,000. But the down payment is your investment in the home. So if you're buying $100,000 home and you're putting 3% down, then your down payment is $3,000. So what closing costs are a combination of one-time costs in order to buy the home, and those things are such as an appraisal to determine value to make sure that the house you're buying is worth it. Some of those costs wouldn't be included as far as title insurance and title work. And when you apply and we're going through that process together, I will go through all of these things in detail. I would say in general, closing costs are around 2,400 to 3,000. Much less if you're a VA borrower. But then there's also taxes and insurance. And the biggest portion of the taxes and insurance is that you have to pay for 1 year of homeowners insurance when you close so that you're covered.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for clarifying that because I know sometimes we talk about a down payment. We think it's like a car where you go give your down payment and that's it. But no, when it
Yeah.
comes to buying a house, there's the down payment that goes towards the cost of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the closing
Mm-hmm.
fees that you pay the bank, the title company,
Right.
and the inspection
Right.
and all those things. So it's important for people to know that in that advance so they can start planning for that. What are some of the
Mm-hmm.
tips that you recommend for people who want to buy a home before they come to you, or how far in advance should they start shopping for a loan?
So I think that it's always a good idea to know where you stand with your credit. Um, Some of the things that you can do is go to annualcreditreport.com. And I'm not telling you to look at your credit scores on annualcreditreport.com, but to take a look at your credit, every 3 to 6 months, just to make sure you know what's happening. Are there any unusual activities that have occurred in your name on your credit? Do you know what's being reported on your credit? Uh, I also I know that there's a lot out there, but I do use Credit Karma personally because it's free, and anytime anything happens or changes, I get an alert. So I think it's good to just kind of have a feel for what your credit is doing. You get pre-qualified, I'll be able to give you step by step what you need to do to be ready to buy a home. Certainly saving money is a good idea because you'll have some out-of-pocket expenses, like a home inspection to make sure that the home is in good condition before you make that big commitment.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. So, for everybody who just tuned in and you missed the previous conversation, Jackie was explaining to us how you can take advantage of some of the programs for first time home buyers, low down payment assistance, or down payment assistance. And so, here on the screen, you can see Jackie's website. Jackie has an online application so you can apply online. There's no cost to get pre-approved or pre-qualified. You can also find her email, so if you want to reach out to her or call her directly to schedule a free consultation, go ahead and feel free to reach out. Write down these numbers and make sure you replay this video if you are just logging in now to see this. Thank you so much, Jackie. Is there anything else that you think you want to share with our viewers before we say goodbye?
I mean, ever since I was young, my dad always said, you need to own a home, Jackie. You need to own a home because it's such a wonderful investment. But not only that, I get to paint my kitchen the color I want to paint it. I can have, a fence for my dog so I don't have to, go out in the cold and walk my dog. There's a lot of benefits to owning a home, and certainly the financial benefits of an investment and not supporting your landlord, but actually paying every month towards your own investment. So, and then once you've been in that first house for a few years, you probably have enough paid down or equity that you've earned in that home, so you can buy that next bigger home if you want to. So.
Yeah, that's great. Jackie, before I forget, you keep mentioning FHA, and so there's two different types of loan. Well, there's more, but just for purposes of this explanation, what is the difference between a house that's eligible for an FHA loan versus a conventional loan?
That's a really good question. I wish I had a list to just like show up on the screen for you. FHA loans are government loans, and they want to make sure that you're buying a home that is safe. So they particularly look for safety issues when you're getting an FHA loan. They make sure that the railings are there, that there's appropriate floor coverings so there's no tripping hazards, that the light switch covers are there, that the plumbing is working. Sorry about the dog.
You're
Uh,
fine.
Safety issues are a big concern. And if there's any safety issues that pop up, then they have to be fixed before you can close on the loan. With conventional, it's just a little bit easier towards those items.
Perfect. Thank you for clarifying that for us, Jackie. Well, thank you so much once again. And once again, here's Jackie's information on the screen. If you want to reach out to her or apply online, she can help you with that process. And I'm also going to be sharing here my information. If anybody is ready to buy the house, once you've talked to Jackie and gotten that pre-approval, I'll be more than happy to help you. Oh, but I think I have your phone number on there. I just realized.
Well,
Well,
if they ask for you, I'll be sure to let you know.
thanks. Either way, they have to call you first to get pre-approved.
Exactly. I'm first, but then as soon as we get them pre-qualified, you will be the first to know.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. Have a wonderful day. Happy New Year's. And we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. That's all for today, but keep checking in on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on the latest information and so we can help you learn the process of buying your home, your dream home in 2021. Thank you and goodbye.